So a lot of the times, before I do a painting, I stare at the canvas and think about how I'm going to do the painting. Like I'll imagine how I'm going to do the trees. I literally paint the whole thing in my mind before I even do it. And then hopefully that gets rid of some of the mistakes that I'm going to make. Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again, and this time the canvas is dry. So why is it dry? Why haven't you put anything on there? Is the big question. And I don't want you to know. I'm keeping it a secret. Well, the reason is, I have this idea. I want a bit of sky, but I don't want to slop liquid white on just this little bit. It's too much effort, right? So I'll just mix my blue with a little bit of white and blue. Yeah? Let's start with that. Let's start with the mixture of the white and the blue. White. You guessed it. Prussian blue. There we go, mixed together. La-da-dee-dee, la-da-dee-dee. So what do you think? Too bright? Too blue? We'll see. We'll put it on the canvas. Da-da-da-da-da. Just wipe this brush around. Let's get some of this blue then. Yeah, I think it needs a bit more white in it. So I'll just grab some more white. I think you're wondering what all these colours are. They will be revealed in one moment. After we put this white and blue on. So here we go, white and blue. So you're wondering, oh, what's on this? It's a hair. I do not want. Just black gesso. Black gesso. Black acrylic works as well. So you can make a choice on how blue that you want that. That's all I wanted really. Too much. Something like that. So there's our sky done. We'll keep that colour though. We'll keep that colour. In fact, let's just do it now. Let's do it now. Maybe there's a bit of light coming through here. Maybe there's some light coming through there. Maybe a bit there. We don't know where. Well, we do. So we just painted it. Let's go crazy. Right, so they might end up getting covered up, but we can put them back. So let's have a look on the palette quickly. We've got all kinds of things going on, and I tell you why, because I'm undecided. I'm an undecided artist. I look at my canvas and I can't make up my mind, so I put all these colours on. Well, you know, why not? They'll get used somehow. So we've got Naples yellow, yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, rose madder, Venetian red, ivory black, dark sienna, Prussian blue, of course. What painting is going to be done without the mighty Prussian blue? Sap green, and a Van Dyke brown. So let's get some trees going in here. We'll have some trees. Let's get some of this sap green. Maybe a little bit of the Prussian blue in with it. Tappy, 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 tap. Tap some of this in. More sap green, more sap green, more tap, 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 tap. It will mix a little bit with that. You could get a little bit of black in it. So you have to think these are tops of trees, so you've got to think like a top of a tree. How do you think like a top of a tree, you ask? I've never been a top of a tree before, how am I supposed to think like one? Try. Visualize the top of a tree. That's the only way. And that word, visualize, look at that, won't cover that bit, it won't cover, now it will. Tops of trees, some tops of trees. And look at that tree's coming down, you can kind of see that. I'm being a bit sneaky here, you know. Get some of this colour down here. Here and there. Doesn't it look nice, dark? Some of these lights I'm going to get rid of as well. Peeking through here and there, because you always do, you always get light peeking through. And then down here we can put some of this green and black, doesn't really matter, down here. Ivory black. Ivory black and saffron. Right, so what have we got? Did you say, Jason? Tops of trees. So, let's use a liner brush. That's not a liner brush. This is a fan brush. Let's use a fan brush. You got to bear with me today because I was working really early in the morning. Really early. So my brain is not at full power. So if this painting doesn't turn out right, I can blame that. I can say, oh well, it's because I was up early. So I'm getting some of this brown, Van Dyke brown, dark sienna, and some titanium white. Lovely jubbly, both sides. Lovely jubbly. Right. So we'll have a tree trunk and... oh, I know what. And there's another one going... like that. Maybe there's another... wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Maybe wiggle that brush. See the colours there. Just wiggle it out. Maybe a little bit more of the ivory black in this, a bit more of the dark. So See if we can put a dark one in that we can only just see. See, not all of these are going to have like this much light, you see. Some of them are darker. Okay, quite like that. Some on the liner brush, just get a little bit of paint on the liner. Let's put in a few. Put in a few tree branches, just wherever you want them to be. Stand back, yeah, that looks good. So I'm using a knife just to whip off this excess paint. Just whipping it up. That'll do. Don't want too much of that paint on there. Now, what we're doing really is we're staining that canvas with some colour. But I don't want too much of the colour on, and you'll find out as this painting progresses why progresses. Early mornings. Early mornings. You can use your finger to rub any area that you've messed up. That's background material anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, does it? No. Jason says no, so that's alright. Get some more of this dark. I might put a bit of this dark in front of that bit of the tree there. That bit as well. Okay. So now give that bit of a line. Get rid of that a little bit. Send them into the forest. Okay. Now, what I might use is a 1-inch brush. 1-inch brush, and I want some. We've got light coming from above, so let's get some of this yellow into the sap green. A little bit of the blue and sap green. Think about what kind of colour leaves you want. Something like that, I think that looks quite nice. And then all the light is hitting these trees from above. And they're creating shapes. Sap green, so it's got sap green and Prussian blue and black on all on there. It's darker there, look. And think about all the different tops of the trees. Think about them. Think about ones you've seen. Can you see how I'm using this brush, using the 1-inch brush? I'm as I tap, I go round, and I'm imagining there's an actual tree there. This isn't made up. This isn't just me painting. There's a real tree there. I'm imagining it. It's really there. Right, let's just stand back a second. Stand back. Have a look. That one we definitely have a bit more light on it there. You can sort of pull right back, maybe a bit of Naples yellow. A bit of that Naples yellow. Go for some of these. Let's say, where's our light? I think this way. So we'll put a few, just using that corner of the brush. A few, they're a bit lighter. Okay, let's just stand back, have a look at that. So there's one thing, one little tip. When you're loading your brush, sort of push in like that. See how, sort of a quick boop, and you get a quick boop on the brush. See that? See, sometimes going quick, like boop, 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 makes it better. Sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, I think we'll go with that. I quite like that. Let's just stand back and have a look. So we've still got some of those light bits, you see. There's still some there. But I think we could have a couple more. Like there. See that? Let some of that sky poke through in between the leaves, because you do get that. Depending on how thick that forest is, isn't it? If it's a really thick forest, then you don't get as much. But if it's like this one where you can just about see in amongst there. In fact, no. I get ideas as I go along and I just try and go with them, but I didn't like that idea. What I thought about, I'll tell you what it was. I thought about having ivy growing up the trees, which isn't a bad idea, is it? But then I thought, nah. So I'm getting some of this grey colour, maybe a bit of Venetian red in it. So white, black, Venetian red. It's going to be, we're going to have a path. Let's have a path going along here. There's people loving this path. This is where a lot of people walk. They walk down here. Maybe we've got some grass there. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Let's put in a bit of grass. Sort of, let's change the colour a little bit more than Prussian blue. Let's have some grass. Go quite dark. All of it to our path. a few a bit higher, in front of the tree there, because in here you might get a load of brambles and nettles and all sorts growing in there. So we can just do an indication of something like that in amongst the dark. The more you use your brush, you can get rid of more then. It's darker, that's what I'm trying to say, because it goes darker. The more you use your brush, the more paint you use, and then it just gets darker and darker and darker. It does. It does. Okay. Whee! More that light. Okay. Now maybe some of the light has reached there, so maybe we'll get a bit of the yellow ochre. Naples yellow, yellow ochre. And I'll put a little bit of the light as it comes out of the this. Trying to make it just tap rather than letting it go. Just tapping. Yeah, so it's a bit lighter. See how it goes lighter and then darker, and then it almost looks like it's going in within. Right, so you know what? I can see somebody in there. So let's get some Venetian red, maybe. Maybe this bit of this madder. Let's have a look at that. Bit of the white. Put the yellow ochre as well. So we've got yellow ochre, bit of Venetian red and rose madder. More the yellow ochre. That's more like a. It's got a skinish colour, hasn't it? Imagine it's there's a bloke. Maybe there's a guy. He's walking. Maybe that's his head there. Something like that. He's there. Need another brush. Another of the old field brushes. And what's this person? Maybe it's not a guy. Maybe this is a good idea. Ooh, look at this. Bit of rose madder and white. Get a lovely pink. Look at that pink. You stand that out, wouldn't it? That's going to stand out nice. So maybe this is in fact. Let's put in a bit of a dress. Maybe it's one of those dresses that go. It's a bit of that green mixing in, but it's alright. You just wipe your brush, get some more paint, and then go over. The green actually works quite nice. Maybe it would be for this design. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making it up. Maybe it's a white sort of thing in the front. So one of these white type things. Flowing like that, and then and the pink as the dress. I need more of that pink. Now, the problem is, I kind of put her in the wrong place. So, what am I going to do? Well, unless she's gone in the grass, which I don't think she would have done, I'm going to fix this as well. I'm going to fix her shape, so that's not right. We can just blend this away. A little bit of the dark, a little bit of the black. Her head, I think it should be like this, like that. So look at that. No, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad for a sketch, is it? We can go with that. Let's move that head a bit. We can do that. We'll just move stuff. Doesn't matter, does it? Where's her arms? I think one of her hands is probably there, I reckon. And then the other one, probably can't see it, I'm guessing. And white part. Just give our brush a little wipe. I've got to think about what kind of hair colour we give her as well. Oh, there's another filbert. That's what I wanted. I wanted another filbert brush. So I've been cleaning all my brushes, so I don't have as many in here. What is this madness of cleaning? Right, so, anyway, there she is. She's walking around. Let's get rid of some of this pink. Let's get a bit of the white. I think she would have like a white sleeve maybe, like there. Something like that, we'll leave that. And then a bit whiter there maybe. Do you think, or not? No, I think not. Needs some hair. She needs some hair. So what colour hair has she got? Well, you know, you make all these decisions. So maybe she's got a yellow ochre kind of hair colour. Maybe a dark sienna. Let's get some white so we can see it. Yellow ochre. Dark sienna. Gotta make the decision up. So it's a brown. Got a nice brown here. Nice bit of a brown colour, so we can put some of that in. So how is her hair? Maybe it goes like that. It's all like up like that. Maybe it's all like that. And then didn't they have? What else did they used to do? I'm trying to think. Sometimes they did have it like that, didn't they? Like have it up. But I'm thinking Victorian times. Just guessing. So you stand back, have a look, see if it looks alright. See if, like here, I think it's a bit too thin. So a little bit of white there. And then have another look. No, I think she looks quite good. She'll do. She'll do. We've got a problem with the path. That path's too low, so let's I'm going to change it. it off. Whip it off. And then back to our path colour. The old, a little bit of all sorts. So our path's now like this. Not cheeky. We don't mind doing stuff like that. We don't mind cheating because that's what we're best at. That's what we did when we was at school, and that's what we're going to do now. Oh dear. It's true. It's funny because it's true. Right, let's think about the shadow. Let's think about the shadow. A bit dark, a bit of this black. She's got a shadow here and there. Something like that. I'll do. She's enjoying herself there. I think there's someone else here though. I think. Just going to grab a bit of this Naples yellow. I had an idea. A bit of Naples yellow in this. Just to highlight the front of that hair. Oh, not enough paint on my brush. So what you do is you really load a pile of paint on the end of your brush, and then you come up and you just, well, that would be a bit too bright. And then you just go, whoop. No, it's giving that bit a little bit of light. That'll do. She's fine there, although she's a little bit lonely, isn't she? So I think see, this is where painting gets fun, when you can do things like this, do things exciting like this. Blue, we've got a blue, I'm going to blue, look at this blue. Maybe a bit more of the blue. I think there's a woman, she was like, I'm not wearing pink, I want to wear a royal blue dress because I'm a royal princess. So she's here, and she is this shape. There she is. That's her shape. Get a little bit of the skin colour. She's here. And so you imagine, you've got to mentally imagine her body shape. When they tell you to learn the anatomy, the hell? Learn the anatomy? What for? I'm not going to paint anyone with no skin. Well, the idea is you learn the inner part of the body. So when you're doing your little oh, she's changing. Oh. Let's keep it in the period. Well, it's turned into an older woman now, hasn't it? She's changed. She's changed, maybe. Maybe she's got a hat to match. Maybe her hat goes whoop. She's a little bit more stylish. She's got one of these hats. And probably she's got some of this light sky type blue. She's got a belt type thing, a sash. Maybe she's got a sash like there. And I quite like the way it goes like that and then that, and then maybe it comes down like this. Yeah, quite like that. I don't quite like that shape of the dress. I think I'm going to give it more of a more of a like toilet roll holder. Not toilet roll holder, toilet roll warmer. I remember those when I was a kid. My mum used to put these little dolls on the toilet roll. Anyway, she's a walking. She's changed. See how she's changed. What do you reckon? I reckon she holds her arms in front, I do. So I'm going to imagine her, and then sort of there. I might just go with that. There's her arms. I want to get a little bit more white, because I think she would have like frills there, and then on the hat I think it would be a bit frilly as well. Yeah. Be creative. Be bold. Oh, we need to do her hair. I think this lady, you know, she's got the newest design, the new blue design. So I think she's gonna have quite nice yellowy hair, that yellow ochre maybe, with a bit of white, a bit of the cadmium yellow. That's gonna look quite nice, hopefully anyway. And let's put her hair in. Use the I load the side of the brush up, and then we can sort of look at it and go, blowing in the wind a little bit there. There she is. I just want to add a little bit more of this light. We might need to get some more white because this is getting polluted. Get a bit of light there. Not too much though. I don't want to have a big nose. Ah! Oh, I've got another idea. Really cool idea actually. It's really cool. In fact, it's brilliant. Let's just get a bit of this black. I'm going to shape her face a bit better. I need her head to be a bit bigger. See, it's a bit of a game because you're at the end of the day, this is just like a sketch, a bit of fun. It doesn't have to be totally perfect. If you look at a lot of the Impressionist paintings, in fact, traditional painters of the Victorian era, I need some clean white. They used to just smear in a little shape for the face. Anyway, we need some white. I need some white. Almost looks like she's after her, doesn't she? Maybe she's the mum, and she's just fixed her up with somebody, and she's storming off. I don't want to marry him, but he's really rich, and we're poor. We need you to marry him. Maybe she's hot. You know those like little hand warmer things you see? Maybe she's got one of those. Little fluffy hand warmer thing. Like that. And what if there's more than one person? Because we can't just do singular people like this at this party or whatever it is. What if there's more than one person? What if there's two people? Maybe they're here. Maybe they're having a chat. They're like, oh yes, have you seen the Have you seen the latest, I don't know, bicycle? It has 2 wheels the same size. Wow! How amazing! Really, that is amazing. So we imagine, probably blokes, probably 2 blokes. So if we paint these blokes black, not going to be able to see them, are we? So I might go for some madder and a bit of black. Make them a little bit more visible. I want them to be on the dark. Probably that. That's probably going to look alright. Maybe this, in this area, this is height of fashion. So he's wearing this, a nice sort of burgundy number. There's his jacket, here's his leg. Sort of there, he stood there. And then this chap. He's a bit taller. Like that. They're funny looking characters, aren't they? A bit more than red, I think. I think he's got a bit of a belly. Yes, I see what you mean. I sort of stood like that. Maybe we can give him a bit of hair. Let's get some of this dark. Bit of hair. Good dark. Maybe this is the era of moustaches. Just sort of an indication there. Also, they could be wearing shirts, couldn't they? So maybe they've both got the classic white shirt, so you could see their collars. You can see his belly. Maybe like that. Could even throw in a little bit of blue on his shoulders and on his arm there. You can sort of think about what they're doing. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what's going on? Maybe they are chatting about the latest bike. He's got his hand up there. He's got his hand there. He's got his other. Something like that. There's those 2 guys. Let's put in some shoes as well, actually. They look a bit small. But people are all different sizes, so it doesn't matter, does it? We need to put a shadow in there. We need to shadow that guy as well. What if there's somebody else? What if there's somebody else, a bit grander? Some of this red. Maybe a bit of the yellow in it. Let's see what we get. Sort of an orangey colour. Maybe she's got a minder and he's on his way and he's stood here. Maybe he's like a soldier type. Quite a big chap. His trousers. He's walking. He's running after her. Got a little bit of fluff there. His boots. Let's give the old brush a wipe. The reason I wanted to show you this, I want to show you that you can do a lot more with this approach of painting. You can do things like this. There's his hand there. His other hand will be there. Maybe there's a bit of grabbing some Naples yellow and thinking about his costume, improve it a bit, look. Oh dear. Mom, come back. Bit dark in the he looks quite funny actually. He's got a little bit of hair there. He's got a tash. Yeah, so he's coming running after her. She's had an argument. They've just been speaking to her and now she's run off. Maybe this was going to be the suitor, this little bloke. See, you can just make stuff up. It's brilliant, isn't it? Right, so we've got that scene going on. Now let's remind ourselves we've got some grass. So you can spend a lot of time on those people. You could put little dogs in, you could put people on a bike, you could do anything. It just takes a bit of patience, a bit of time. Give yourself that time though. Because that's one thing, that's one of the biggest problems with learning to paint. In fact, maybe it's the biggest. I'm just going to get a little bit of colour. I just want to bend his arm a bit. There we go. Might make him a little bit whiter on there. His fluffy bit. Maybe I'll make that a thing actually. Maybe they've both got the fluffy bits as well. I feel like these guys don't really fit in this world, so what can I do to change it? I might change the colour in a bit. Maybe he's wearing a... a bit better. That is a bit better. Anyway, these are not as important as these two. This is the story. She's walking off. Yeah, my camera just died then. Good job I noticed. So this is the story here. These stand out, don't they? These two. So that's where our story is. And we'll keep that nice light. See how it's nice and light. And you can even spotlight these people. And by maybe this grass comes right up here, look. And then this comes right up here. They're quite dark. One goes into like a spotlight. I might have a little bit of grass though, as it comes out. What I might do, I'll bring the grass down like this. Stand back, have a look at that. I think it was a little bit there. There. That's a bit better. And maybe don't forget you've got two sides of this brush. Use them both. Okay, take a stand back. Quite like that. I might have a little bit more colour just in there. Just to add a bit of a spotlight on these people. And then we could leave all this, but I feel like this area. Ooh. Oh yeah. Just pull this down. Let's turn this into a pond. These posh folk, they like going to see water, don't they? In fact, when I was at Chatsworth Gardens, there was a right beautiful pond there. And these great big great big fountains. They're fantastic. Let's go into some dark greeny browny colour. Let's imagine there's some dirt here. At this bank. So like that. Now I'm trying not to take away from what's there, so I don't want this to be too bright. Pull a little bit of this dirt into the water. This is a nice pond. And a bit of this grass, yellow ochre, greens. Now we've got this here. We've created something, you see, which is good. See how I created that as well? Ooh, the creation. The creation, Jason, it's amazing. Amazing how you can keep creating. Something like that. And then what I might do, what if, here's an idea, we're really going for it on this episode, aren't we? I felt like, you know, we've done quite a few, so you're probably wondering how far you can take it, and I thought this will give you an idea of how far you can take it. So let's put a few lily pads in here. Why not? And as it comes here, I'll do a little bit of a sort of a greeny colour. Lily pads, a few different shades. Some dark, some light. So this is from memory, because I actually painted some lily pads. I'm just doing an indication of what they kind of look like. And there's some big ones in there. Maybe there's just a few, something else growing. I don't know, something. Maybe you want your lily pads to have a few flowers, but then you've got to try not to have them battle with the ladies. So what we'll do is we'll just stick one there, flower there, flower there. It's a little bit battle-y, isn't it? Let's just put a few. Do a kind of a pretty looking painting. Because a lot of our paintings, they're quite rough looking. And you never know, you might end up working for some movie studio and they want you to do a period type thing like this. So I've just dulled that. Dulled it. Because I don't want it to go too bright with that. Just using the fan brush to do some indications. You could paint a frog in there, you could do anything. We get a little bit of this green and white actually. More the white. Just want to get a little bit of a... That's too bright. Got to test it first though. That's probably better. Just want to cut in a bit of a watery line there. To be honest with you, you don't always get these. You don't always get them. Sometimes it's just a dark area. So, yeah, we'll go with that. And you can put frogs in there. You could do anything. You can do all kinds of things. But I think we'll call this one done. And I might get some of this nice orangey yellowy colour. Put a little bit of JB here. So there you go. So thanks very much for watching this episode. I hope this inspires you and makes you think, there is potential for my masterpiece after all. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.